Hello. So sorry I'm late. I had to I was I took a nap that's longer than I meant to, and I could not I didn't want to avoid going grocery shopping this week because I made a major purchase, and or somebody did. There's a major purchase made, and um I wanted to go grocery shopping instead of ordering out this week. It's healthier too. I drew this on one of my shorts recently. So this is, of course, the pumpkin from the old McDonald's Halloween buckets. So let's squirt out some orange, shall we? Let's make it my palette. So orange, black. The top is green, I believe, if I remember correctly. And maybe some white, because I don't ever paint anything without white, not usually. I want this green. And to mix it with this green too. I very rarely get the right shade of green. Green is hard to paint with, at least I think so. And white. White. Might need to invest in some more white pretty soon. I wonder, I could probably order this online. Should stop going to stores. It's not a good idea to stop going to stores because then eventually stores will just disappear and then you'll be like, wait, I like to feel fabrics. I like to look at paints in person. Yeah, but that's what's happening. So anyway, welcome to the show. I'm going to paint this pumpkin today. Let me look up quick. Now, the witch I painted last time, I don't think a lot of people will remember her as that style. I think most people remember the top being green. I remember the top being black, but I'm old, so I don't know. And Maya's back there. She says hello. And now that I've said her name, she's like, oh, she wants me to come over. And that is not true, but I can understand how she would be mistaken. So let me see. So this is what I painted last time. I painted the witch on this side. So I'm going to do this pumpkin specifically because these are from 1993, 1992. So that's what I remember personally. I mean, I'm open to doing the other ones that are from later in the, I don't know, the 90s decade. All right. Should we do, I like to start with black, but I don't think I will today. I wanted to just try for orange first. Let me tell somebody that I'm live. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, so I want a little bit of yellow. Now that I look at this thing, I think it's a lot more yellow than I thought it was before. It's hard to see because of the glare, but anyway, I think I'm going to do some yellow orange. Not just regular orange, but yellow orange. Mixed up the color, and then here we go. I'm making this stew I'm going to do it. It's in the crock pot, so I'll let it go overnight, and then hopefully I'll wake up early enough tomorrow to add the other ingredients and put it back in there and stir around, because I kind of either want that for dinner or lunch. Just an idea. I've been trying to make that forever. So, and I like crock pot meals because they last a long time. You can make a lot of it. Leftovers. Let's see something else. Sorry, one moment. He's not in there. Oh, God damn it. I fucking hate her. Okay. Sorry about my little outburst. It's just, my life is something. So the last one I painted orange in the background. I think I want to do purple in the background of this one. Or was it green or orange? I think it was orange because I want to do green with the ghost because I don't want the green up here in the in that stem to mush in and get blended into the background with the rest of the green. So I'm going to put purple in the background of this. I will squirt that out at the end. First, I want to make sure that this pumpkin is as it should be. I haven't decided. The ghost was always the simplest of all of them. The witch was always my favorite. I like the pumpkin too, but the ghost was like barely a ghost. But you got to include it if you're going to do the series. So I guess the next one is a ghost, but I'll maybe plan to do something else too. It's hard to paint white. You watch me paint white on a white canvas. It's something. It's basically, the secret is it's never white. It's white plus, and you use other colors for the hues, the shadows and the lights and such. I guess it could be fun. It's hard to make that dome shape. I mean, it's not hard to draw, but it's hard to paint because it looks like, I don't know. I'll do my best. I just feel like it's hard to do the highlights to say that it's curved up there. Hopefully it's not as hard as I think it is. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. Such is life. Welcome to my world. I forgot to message that guy back. I forgot. I will message him back. It's weird when you say I want to be friends with somebody and then like stop talking to him. That's not very nice. I just had a lot going on this weekend. It was quite a weekend, let me tell you. I want this part to be this part should be lighter. Well, let's do that part first, the rim. Mm-hmm. Okay, I need to do a shadow underneath here, but before I do that, I want to make sure that it's the color I want. And it's just I did the shadows at the end. That's probably the smartest thing to do. I'll do like a little. I don't like to use black for shadows. Not usually. I should squeeze out some brown somewhere, but I'll work on it in a minute. I feel like brown and orange are in the same family, and I can't really explain that. A lot of people will be like, "Ew, no, they're not. They are." Okay, now let's do the top. A little bit of the same color, but not completely. I still want to be lighter than what's down here. And to make it lighter, of course, you just add white forever. Take a shower before I go to bed so I can have time to do. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. This is what happens when you talk to yourself on stream. I'm excited for my stew, though. I've been trying to make that for about a week, more than that, because last week I didn't have time, and then this week I made time. Do more Halloween pictures, and I want to do a DC picture, just like a Washington DC. I drove through DC yesterday, not by choice, not really meaning to, and I'm sure it was the fastest route GPS. I'm not trying to say it wasn't, because I'm sure it was, because we went over to Alexandria over on 495, and it was definitely packed. But driving in DC, that does not thrill me. With a new car, that's oh God, whole new level of anxiety right there. But I did make it in one piece, and so did the car. So I guess that's good. It's a good little test. It's almost like the entire universe was testing me, because it also took me through neighborhoods, and like I was like, God, is this like the real test drive? Like the one like I did a small one, but the dealer, but this is like the real test drive. Like you're gonna have to drive through all these things. Felt like I was in school, but I would love to take an SUV class, because I don't know what I'm doing. It's too big. It's so big for me. It's not too big. It's probably a good size for me, but I just need to get used to it. I'm pretty happy with this. I like the highlights on top, so it looks like. But a lot of people are also more used to the one where it's all orange on top and there's no like stem up here. So I'll do these first, and then if I want to do the other ones, I might do those too. Put them on my Etsy. There's a possibility I might do a craft fair next month, Still kicking around that idea. I hope I get in, but at the same time, if I don't, it won't be a disaster because I am going away next month and going to visit some family and friends, and that's like 1 week before the fair. So, okay. No, although I do have a lot already prepped because last my day craft fair, unfortunately, I did not make a large profit. So, but this one was like the fee is really low, so I thought, why not give it a shot? Give it a shot. Why not? Okay, now I want to do. No, I don't. Thank you for talking me down. Stream. But I need to make sure all this is right. Okay, now I do. I thought I didn't want to, but I do. Let me squirt out some brown for some shadowy things. So I'm gonna put this down here. I'm gonna take some orange, all the orange right there, and then I'm gonna take a little bit of this brown, which is, I think this is burnt umber. Let me just double check. Yeah, burnt umber. And so I'm just gonna mix it together a little bit, and that's a little bit too dark for what I want. I want it just to be like a slight darker, warmer orange for shadows. So that's what that is. And so this can go underneath the rim much better. It's just adding a little bit of shadow here. Sometimes I like to do the details before I cover the whole thing in paint, which is, I'm sure, backwards, but I just like to have fun with it because I like to paint. Hope you guys enjoy watching. I want to try and make some Halloween shoes again, some different pair, like witches or something specific, not just the generic one that I have already made. I'm still thinking about those ideas, but I do like witches, so I was thinking about doing a witch one, or like with a cauldron on one shoe and a witch on the other, or like something else. I don't know. Thinking about it. But if you have any ideas for what kind of shoes you'd like to see me paint, make sure you drop them in the comments. Send me a message on Etsy or on Instagram, TikTok, wherever. I'm honestly not as involved on TikTok as I used to be because I'm annoyed that I'm at the TikTok shop. But that's a whole other story. It doesn't matter. So I'm more dedicated to YouTube right now, but that doesn't mean you can't get a hold of me on social media. I absolutely am usually on social media, at least once a day, at least. More than that, usually. Everybody's mad at me probably because I'm late to the stream, but I had to go grocery shopping. I do apologize. My time management skills are not the greatest, but I try. Try my best. And every Sunday I say, hey, I'm going to try and stream more this week. Do I do it? No, I don't. I would very much like to. I'm just really tired. When I get home tomorrow, I have to drive my old car to my parents' house after work, which would be This is such a stupid idea. I don't even know why I thought that would be a good idea because I'm not going to get home till like 7:30. Why do I think about things like this? I just don't want him to have to do it, I guess, is what I'm saying. Or to think that he has to do it because he absolutely does not have to do it. And by him, I mean my father. I am nervous about driving the beast. I feel like I need to name it, but right now I'm calling it the street shark because it's got like a little fin on top. It looks like a shark fin, and I needed something like Jaws or something. I'm thinking about it, but we'll see if I want to call it that. I like it a lot, but I'm scared of it. So eventually, maybe I will like it more and give it a better, proper name. But anyway, I have to park in the garage at work tomorrow, and I might be getting some more exercise by parking in the upper levels just because I don't want to park it anywhere near anybody else's. I'm nervous. It's brand spanking new. Nothing wrong with getting more exercise, I suppose. I suppose. Okay. That's good enough for that. And now let's do the green. The green stem up there, which is actually kind of a neon green, but I'm going to start with these two greens mixed together with white. If I need to add like more neon colors, I will. But I don't start with neon colors because neon colors can be very, very flat. So I'll start with these colors and then lighten it up as I go. This is the pumpkin I remember from my childhood. This should not be as round at the bottom as it is. That's annoying that I did that. Why did I do that? Now I need to wait for it to dry before I fix it. Shoot. Oh well, I'll fix it. It's supposed to be flatter. Oh well. So now that I did that, I need to have more patience, but I don't have patience. All right, well, while that dries, I think I'll do the black part, which is in the eyeballs and the mouth and such. And even though these are stickers that you put on, or either that or they're printed on, I want to add some depth in there. Like, otherwise it's just going to be so flat. Also, this shape is completely wrong. Not completely, but very close to wrong. I couldn't remember if you did stickers to put it on. That would have been really cool if it was, but I feel like maybe that's one of those mandala effects. I can't remember if you put stickers on it or it was already printed on there. If anybody knows, make sure you let me know, because I thought there were stickers, but I could be wrong. You guys want to see another short tomorrow? I'll do that. I'm so excited. I got the lip couch. I want the rug, though. I'm looking for the pink rug. And then I need to figure out what I'm going to do with these miniatures now, because I did want to do the castle, but I am changing my mind slowly because I don't want to waste all that paint, and I don't know where to put it. But a smaller house, I can do that. I can justify a small house, Halloween or not, depends. Pink Halloween is something I'm not a big fan of, but it's not bad. I mean, like, it's well done. I just not sure how I feel about it completely. But if there's a lot of pink, I guess I could paint them, though. I might paint those things. I need the right paint. I need like Rust-Oleum or something, because acrylic paint doesn't really play plastic very well. And that means we have to have a spray paint party. But yeah, some of the, assuming that the rug looks like a rug and feels like a rug, yeah, I'm not going to paint that rug. It's going to be pink. But it doesn't mean we can't do something fun with it. not exact. I'd prefer it to be more exact than it is currently, but I gotta wait for it to dry. So I wonder if I could do the stem up there. You think that's dry enough? I think so, probably. Well, maybe we'll see. Find out. We shall find out. It's okay. But what I really need to do is put the orange on top because it should not be that round on top there. This needs to be more flat. The world. The pumpkin is flat, not the world. At least on top it is. Alright, it's too dark. I need to make it lighter, which I know I can do. Lighten it up. Let's do some white. Straight white really usually is the way to go for lightening things, especially when the paint is already wet on the canvas. Let's see if I can do something. I hate TikTok so much, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, everybody. All right. Okay. All right. So now do this a little bit. I'll try to make it as light as possible up there without having to wait a bazillion hours for it to dry. I'm very big on the wet on wet. Very much so. Let me look at something real quick. There we go. Hello, hello. So I want, no, that's the old one. I want the one from 1993. Where is it? Just want to see what the eyeballs look like pretty much. Because I know it's not exactly what I want. It's close. Okay. Alright, that's what we got here. Need a thinner brush, of course. So the top needs work still, but that's okay. I'll wait for that to dry for a little bit, and I'm going to work on this guy right here. I think that's still wet, though. I don't think I can really do that very well. So let me just paint around him for a second. It's not exactly the shape I wanted, but it's going to take a while to fix it. They're supposed to look like little football helmets, kind of, with a big hole in the middle without the little face guard. That's what that reminds me of. But they're too thick right now. Too thick. I think it's way too wet still. But it's looking pretty good, I think. So far, not bad. I just need to be more patient, I guess. That's not my real name. Not really. It's not my forte. Too much. You folks on TikTok, make sure you go over to YouTube and subscribe. I started from scratch almost. I drew it from scratch on one of my YouTube shorts, and then I started from that drawing when I started this live. So make sure you head on over if you want to see it from start to finish. Going live on TikTok is a last minute decision. I don't usually do it anymore because I'm so mad at them, and I don't care who hears this about the freaking. They won't let me stop being a TikTok shop, and I don't want to sell anything. So it's so annoying. But anyway, but I do sell things. I just don't sell them on TikTok. I sell them on Etsy, and I sell them privately sometimes. If you want to message me on Instagram or TikTok and talk to me about it, we can discuss. Trying to make it less muddy between the eyes there, but it's gonna be hard to do. I just need to be patient though. Wait for it to dry a little bit more, but I just, you know how it is. I'm working on it. See, it'll be a fun little journey. And I think the handle's supposed to be orange. I can't remember. I'm gonna make it orange, and the background's gonna be purple. But for now, I'm just doing like the light and shadows. So I'm just I'm basically stalling and waiting for it to dry so I can fix it to my liking, the colors. But so I'm just making it, giving it some more depth. Oh, geez, that was too much water. I'm going to paint the ghost next week after this. And then I think I might go and do the later 90s, early 2000s ones. Maybe on smaller canvases than this, we'll see. And I also want to do like a landscape pretty soon, like a DC type of Washington, DC landscape. And some more Halloween pictures, of course. I have tons of ideas. There's a possibility I might be doing a craft fair next month. So I guess I could prep for that a little bit, do some Halloween stuff, or just do it for fun because I love Halloween. See something real quick. Okay. So these eyes are not shaped the way they should exactly. It's a little bit different, but it's okay. I'll just see if it's, yeah. But these are the 1992 McDonald's ones. What were the ones? I feel like I'm using my phone right now to stream, so I can't really look it up. But there's another, I feel like it's either early 2000s or late 90s that did another one, and those are really cute too. And I'm going to do those, but I don't want to do the purple one. The purple one's gross. I don't like it. Well, I'll do it, whatever, might as well. But anyway, that's where my head is. Possibly doing more of those. What was the purple one either? I don't remember. Was it a vampire? I don't remember at all. I should remember these things. I remember, like, I had a friend back then, like around 1992 or something, and a little bit later, probably like 1995, more like it. And she thought she was such a grown up because she stopped getting Happy Meals from McDonald's. And I'm just like, okay. Oh, I stopped doing that. I'm a grown up. I mean, you're 12, but whatever makes you happy, whatever makes you feel. I know I'm not a grown up. I want to be, but I am not allowed to be. It's a long story. Maybe one day I'll grow up. So I want to do the nose part, little highlight there. These are, I can't remember. Maybe TikTok can tell me, because I'm trying to remember if these were stickers that you put on the buckets, and therefore you could arrange it the way you wanted, or was it already printed on there? And I think it was printed, but I feel like I remember stickers. I don't know. Maybe it's just like one of those Mandela effects. I'm gonna do some Halloween shoes again soon, like a different design Halloween shoes, and I probably will do Christmas shoes this year. I don't usually do religious denominations, but I'm also working on some Hanukkah shoes ideas with I'm not partnering, but I'm giving away a free pair to some Jewish people that I know, friends of mine, who also will give me ideas about what would look nice. And because I'm not Jewish, I have no idea what to do. But so if any of you are interested in that, make sure you'll drop something in the comments for me. So I'm going to try and do both denominations or more. There's more than that. Sorry, not trying to be offensive, but I don't know how many people else want to display it on shoes. But if you would love to, I am all for it. Okay, so let's do the mouth part. There's a little bit of a highlight on the mouth, like an outline type of thing. There. I think it's just on the top. All right, once more for TikTok, because I'm getting a pretty decent audience right now. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you want to see this the way it started, I started on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel. Same handles here almost. Here is Susanspiration Art, but on YouTube it's just Susanspiration. Go on there, subscribe please, like some of my videos, whatever you want to do to help me out, that would be great. And I also started from the beginning with this painting, so if you want to see how it all began, make sure you go on over, say hello. I love to paint. I paint all kinds of stuff, usually just everything canvas. Anything canvas you can think of, I will paint it. I think we're going to do a jean jacket this year. I've always wanted to. I have a jean jacket that I barely wear, but I will enhance that with my skill and see if I attract any more potential customers, because I do get a lot of questions about jackets. So I am happy to try it out. I just need to figure out what kind of design I want on the back. Something I can wear year round, preferably. Like I was thinking about like diamonds or something like that. Like I hand paint birthstones sometimes. I have them in keychains, and magnets, and those are always a big hit. So I could do stuff like that. I wonder if they've gotten back to me. I might go over to Silver Branch tomorrow just to ask them about the vendor application, see if they got it, because I would very much like to be a part of that craft fair. Working on pumpkin face. Okay, so now I want to do some more. I think it's got a pumpkin groove on top. I couldn't remember exactly, but I think it does. I know that the second generation one does, the one that's after this, but I don't remember. And the 80s ones, those are really cute too, but I think I want to do the one that came after these. It didn't have green on top. It was just all pumpkin. And the witch had a green hat versus a black one that I painted, which, by the way, I painted that last week. And it is on my YouTube channel under Susanspiration Sundays. My paint's getting a little bit muddy, but I'll try and fix that. Just trying to make it, because it's supposed to be flatter on top here, like barely showing this round part, just at the angle that it's at. Okay, I think that's probably pretty good. All right. One more thing on this. So this handle is going to be orange. I can't decide if I want to paint it first or second. I feel like I want to paint it second. Oh, geez. I want to get some neon green on for the stem because it is definitely a different color than what I have here. Definitely brighter. Neon's hard. It's like really flat when you can buy neon paint, but it's so flat. I usually do it on top of, like, as a last resort. I could always do the puffy paint too, which is what I did for the witch, so that makes sense. Let me add some more white, please. All right. Mental note, buy more white paint. Okay. You know what else I remember about the 1992 buckets is they were textured more so than probably the ones afterwards, but I could be wrong. The ones afterwards had like more grooves in the pumpkin on top than maybe this one did, but I wish I could get a hold of them. I just don't want to pay like thousands of dollars on eBay. And then I won't know what to put where to put them, so I might as well just paint. Paint your nostalgia, saves you money. Okay, now next is going to be background time. Background time is kind of nerve-wracking because People say do the background first. Yeah. I'd like to do the fun part first. But background should be fun-ish. I just don't want it to ruin the pumpkin, that's all. So we're going to do purple for the background. I want it to be a couple mix of purples. I want it to be like not just straight purple. I never do that, but I would like, where's the other purple I really like that I use? There it is. Oh, sorry, YouTube. This is probably one of my favorite purples. It's Prism Violet, but I feel like it's like more of an eggplant, which is gorgeous. All right, and now I'm going to, I don't really like to paint with big brushes, so forgive me for not using big brush, but I have less control, so I'm going to just start painting. It's better to start with fabric paint usually because fabric paint, and this is so weird, but it depends on the paint, I guess. It depends on the quality. And those are the color I like, the purple, the Prism Violet, that's Liquitex Basics, and those tend to be a little bit more runny than traditional acrylic paints. So, but I like fabric paint because you can use it on multiple surfaces. Plus, it's thicker than regular acrylic paint, so I use that as a base a lot of times, and then I'll just go over top of it with a different color. Do the wet on wet type of thing. And I don't love the way it's streaking, but I will fix it. I have another idea too that I can fix for to make the streaking go away, but I have to do that afterwards. So let's just put the paint down first. The ghost is going to have an orange background, I believe. It's the only one that, oh no, not orange. I'm sorry, green background for the ghost, because I had an orange background for the witch. I do paint the sides, but I am usually lazy about it. I'll do it later. I like to do it after this dries so I can actually hold on to it. I will do it eventually. It looks better that way. Just adjusting some cameras. Sorry about my big old arm being in the way on YouTube. These buckets were everything, but I always thought, because I mean, I love candy and sweets and sugar, and I was just like, that's not big enough to hold my candy. I'm sorry. So they're cute, but it's just not enough space. I was very happy when they brought him back. What was it? Last year, 2 years ago? Just because these are just so adorable. And like McDonald's toys, I think have gone downhill, and they were definitely so much more important to me, like super important to my childhood and growing up. Bizarre. It's weird, but it was true. Very true. So I'm going to paint over this sketch of the handle because it'll be too hard not to. But I will paint back over it when I am done with the background. Little ASMR for you people. I love the artwork ASMR. This is gorgeous. So much music to my ears. And again, I know there's all these streaks and I'm going to fix it. This is just the bottom layer. I'm going to take a paper towel to it, I think, and then I'm painting over it again, just to make it easier. Make it even spread. There's a fuzzy kitty by my feet. Oh, she's going off to eat. She's like, I'm hungry. Or maybe she's just going to sit in the kitchen. I don't know what she's doing. She does cat stuff. All right, let me squirt some more purple down because I'm running low. Running a little low. I'm also going to set down this bucket. It's not going to be just floating in space. After I finish the background, I'll put a little shadow on the bottom there. Hi. Sorry, I just now noticed your message. Thank you. I hope it wasn't there forever. I like the pumpkin one. I knew the pumpkin one would look the best out of all three buckets, but the witch was always my favorite. So that's why I did the witch first, but I do like the pumpkin too. Oh my gosh. It's been quite a weekend. I'm so nervous about parking in the garage tomorrow at work. But I guess I'll have to do it eventually sometime. I feel like I need to take a class. I mean, and just so everybody knows, I am not bragging. I am actually intimidated by the size of my new car. And literally, I feel like I need to take an SUV class on how to drive these things because it was a big change. It's laughable, but hopefully it'll be very much more beneficial to me in the long run. And I actually kind of feel safe when I drive it, way safer than my old car. I feel like I'm protected and I feel like I can see better. Not even just because I'm up high. I feel like the mirrors and all the technology is just really working for me. So that's good too. But yeah, I'm terrified when I drive that thing, especially around the city here. I don't know. And I keep looking I remember when I was looking at cars and I wanted the CRV and I was just like, oh, look, I felt like I saw CRVs everywhere. And now that I bought one, I'm like, why does every other car look so much smaller than mine? Like, where are the CRVs? I saw 2 in the parking lot when I went to the grocery store tonight. So people do have them. It's not just me. They didn't sell me the biggest honking piece of automobile just to make me terrified and scared and never want to buy a car again. But it's still funny. I just really feel like I was just like, everybody's car is smaller than mine. And it's like, I almost want to see a Cybertruck tomorrow just because I saw one. When did I see one? I saw one in DC yesterday. And I want to see one just because I feel like that's a larger vehicle than mine. All right, hang on. I'm going to go get a paper towel. All right, so now what I want to do, I don't love the streaks on there. And I could paint over it all day long, but I think I want to do this, like just making it. That way it makes it more even. Yes, of course, there's still streaks, but it'll be so much easier to paint over it now. And it gives this little texture that's kind of nice for now. It's almost like you dyed the canvas purple as opposed to painted it. Weird, huh? I don't know. I think it's weird. So, just using the paper towel. Circular motion. Hello, Miss Maya. My kitty cat is here to say hello. You were so good before. You were just sitting underneath the table, resting against my legs. I don't want you over here, sweet girl, but you're very pretty. Okay, so that is what I wanted to do for that. Blot it, make it less wet overall, and now the streaks don't show as much because the whole thing is more or less more even. So at least that's my method to my madness, and I'm going to paint again over it in a moment. Let me just fix some of the silly mistakes I just made. Hold on, where's my orange? You should see Maya. She's looking at the ring light. It's so cute. She's like stuck her face through it. But she took her face out now, so now I can't show you. You're cute, but I want you to stay over there. Yeah, I do. I know it's weird. I know you want to be a part of what I'm doing. I get it. Okay, so correct it and not have purple on the pumpkin part. I need some more yellow. And of course, I need to draw the handle eventually after I'm done, after the background looks the way I want it to look. Phew, that's a lot of yellow. No, Maya, please do not come over here. Oh, God. Sweetheart. Sorry, YouTube. That was my microphone that she just knocked down. Okay. Hi, baby. Hi, baby girl. You're such a sweetie pie, but I don't want you to be up here because there'll be paints everywhere and you'll get paint in your fur. And I don't want you to paint in your fur. You understand? I hope you understand. The fact that you're back on the table tells me that you do not understand. Maya. Oh, God. Oh, God. Honey. Get down. Get down, sweetheart. I know. It's so frustrating. I know. I want you down. Thank you. Look at that fur fly. So just lightening it up on top, I did this before I painted the background, which is dumb, but I enjoy painting, so that's why I did it. But anyway, I'm going to go back over it, make sure the shapes are right the way I want it. And then I'll paint it again, the background and other parts. Second coat, you know. Does anybody else like I get songs stuck in my head all the time, but I usually get not the radio version, not the one that's album version, but the live version, which is usually a little bit different. And unless you have a recording of it, like what do you do? How are you supposed to hear it again? And so that's a problem that only happens to me, I'm sure. I like a lot of award shows, performances, and sometimes because of the rights, it's hard to find them later. But I wish I could find them all the time just as I like to listen to certain things over and over again. So I'm just gonna make it more defined on the little highlights of the eyes. I'm basically just waiting for it to dry, so I'm stalling this part, the part around it. Oh god, that was too much water. Well, the shape is better now, but now I need to go back over and make sure that this is in the right spot. That's better. All right. I'm going to just do a little bit more with the sides of the pumpkin, and then I'll go back over with the purple. And now that I've done one coat of purple, I can go back over with a different type of paint because it'll stick better. And I can also use a bigger brush. So let's do that. Yeah, it's still runny. Sometimes I use white to thicken things up. Changes the color, of course, but it does thicken things up. Now that I've used this big brush, the streaks are more or less under control. I just ended the live on TikTok. All right, so now I can actually look at my phone for reference, would be helpful. There we go. All right. Oh, good. All right, there we go. Phone almost went flying. Oh, Jesus. Too much. Flick at the wrist. Need to fix that. Oh, well. The easy way to fix it if you go over the line is just to blot it with a paper towel. Yes, it's still messed up, but at least you can see where it's supposed to be now. So once it dries, I'll fix it. I hardly ever paint on easels, everybody, so this is definitely just for you. I think easels are annoying. I prefer to paint looking down like a little gremlin. I don't know what I'm saying. I prefer to paint with it flat on the table, usually, but it's all for you guys' benefit. I have painted on easels, and I will do it again. It's very important which white you use. I use the fabric paint white to thicken things up just because I think, as I said earlier, fabric paint is thicker than regular acrylic. Well, it depends on the brand, but usually it's a lot thicker and consistently thicker. So like you don't have to, because like this color, this purple is from Liquitex Basics, and of course that's going to be thinner because it's not as expensive, so it's not as concentrated. But like fire paint is always pretty much the same price, and it is always pretty much has the same concentrate. So I like the predictability. Whatever happened to predictability? Very nice, very nice. I like the color. I need to paint the sides eventually, but I'm not going to do it probably tonight. I'll wait and do it tomorrow. I like it. I don't like to get paint all over me if I don't have to. I always do, but I just would like to minimize that activity. Mm-hmm. Okay. So now I feel like I'm more or less happy with the background. And now I'm going to go back and redefine the sides of the pumpkin again, and I'm going to do the, what's it called? The handle. Oh gosh, excuse me. Drink some water. Fix this part that went over the line just a tad. The face is slightly different than, but whatever. That's, my mom said this to me a while ago, and it's really stuck with me. That's what art is. Because if you just wanted to take a photograph, you might as well just take it. Like if you wanted to look exactly like a photograph, then you might as well just take a photograph. Art is supposed to be different from a photograph, and that's something I've played into my artwork for a long time. Yes. All right. Now I want to, before I forget, I want to seed it down a little bit. So I'm going to put a shadow underneath this pumpkin. I'm going to do it in black because that's the easiest thing to do, but it goes against a few of my principles in terms of shadowing, but that's okay. It is definitely the easiest. So I'm going to do black and put it like, just like set this pumpkin down. Make sure it doesn't float around in space. It's a bit too thick. I need to fix it, especially on the edges. But I'll get there. Alright, so there's that. Now I'm gonna make the edge look better, not just gobbledygook. And I don't care that it's still wet because that means that the shadow will be more believable because it blends in together with the pumpkin. Believable is a weird word to use for artwork, but hopefully you guys know what I mean. I'm gonna use some brown too. All right. So now I need to make it, because it's too much over there. So it's also too wet. Hopefully it won't drip all over the place. There we go. Better. And I need to fix the green on top. It's not the right color. It's not the right consistency. Okay, that's good enough. And now I'm going to do the green part. Last time I did the witch, I went back over with this color. Where to go? This is puffy paint, and it is in neon green. The reason why you use puffy paint is because it stays neon. Neon is such a flat, the consistency of neon paint never is anything but flat, and it's not the color that you want, like, ever. So if you want something super neon, you got to make sure you put puffy paint on it and it just stays on the surface, and therefore the color will not change. But I have to do that very last, like after everything's dry, and I'm just not going to do it right now, but I will do it later. I promise. And I'll show you the results. I'll show you the results of the witch too, if you like. I haven't forgotten the handle, don't you worry. I'm going to do the handle. Hopefully it's not too wet. So I'm going to just sketch it out in paint, and then I'll fix the thickness of it, the consistency. Oh, God. That is not how you do this. I'll fix it. Everything can be fixed afterwards. So I like it. This is something else I forgot to do. Okay. It's got to be to the side. Yeah, I realize the thing is all over the place. I will make sure it's fixed before I conclude this video. I'm just trying to get it in the right place first. Hold on, let me put this down. There's a little bit of an angle, so I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. There we go. It's better. If you're not ready to go home, can I get help? Now, need to fix the shape of the pumpkin handle by adding more purple, of course. La da da dee. Looking good, looking good. I like it so far. I like it. It's almost finished. Might add a little bit of a highlight onto the handle itself. I think the shape isn't too bad though. I'll highlight. All right, looking good. Looking sharp. I'm also going to add a little shadow to the handle. There's light, there's dark. Mm-hmm. All right. What do we think? I like it very much. I like it a little bit better than the witch I did before, to be honest. So I'm happy with it. I think we're going to end the video here. If you like what you see, make sure you like and subscribe. I do shorts where I open toys. I also do lots of artwork. I'm a born artist. I'm not like self-taught, but I still do it even if I don't make money off of it. So hopefully that speaks for something. Anyway, make sure you subscribe here. I am Susanspiration on all platforms except for TikTok. TikTok, I am Susanspiration Art. So thank you so much for joining, and I will see you hopefully another day this week. But I say that all the time, and it doesn't happen, so I don't want you to get your hopes up. But I do like to stream. I do this every Sunday at least. Anyway, thank you very much. Have a great night and a good week, everybody.